Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. So, I know you may be thinking, what's the mighty Psycho going to go off and do this time? You know what, I've been meaning to get to this, okay, but I've had a few other ones come up first. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do, is Mighty Psycho is going to do the 2024 vinyl tag. That's right, Rob Walker started this. It took me a little while to get through everything, to gather it all up. So, you know what? Let's get going to this. By the way, I always like doing the vinyl tag, and I get to see brand new channels from you guys, too. Very, very fun stuff. So, okay, yes, 20 questions we're going to go down. The only one I don't have an answer for is, I have one that I don't have something to show, but the rest of it I do. So, and even some added bonuses. All right. Question 1, favorite record that you purchased in 2023? So we go back to the 80s, okay, I love hair metal, that kind of stuff, alright? I found a nice near minty copy of Kix's Blow My Fuse from 1988, that's right, I love me some hair metal any day of the week, alright, on Atlantic Records. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, question 2, last record that you bought in 2023? Well, I've already done a review on this before, and I've already shown this, but this literally was the last record that I got in 2023 from 7A. Mickey Dolenz Sings R.E.M. That's right, in beautiful colored vinyl. I hope he does a volume 2. That would be beautiful. Question 3. A band or singer who's released 2 or more albums in the same year. I could have gone a whole bunch of different ways on this, but I decided to go old school. I went Kinks, that's right. Here's the front, here's the back to You Really Got Me. I'll show you real quick here. Nice, beautiful steamboat. Yes. Wonderful, nice pressing of it too, by the way. The Kinks. Question 4. If you could only listen to music from one decade, which would you choose? For me, seriously, since I grew up in the 70s, I got born in 67, okay, and as much as I love 60s music, I'm going to probably say the 70s, okay, because that's the stuff that I remember. That's the music in my comfort zone, and, well, there's a lot of good music in that decade. To tell you the honest truth, I think that's really the last complete decade of music that was really of some kind of quality, disco excluded. Alright. Question 5. Show a record by a band or singer from Manchester, England. Now, I could have sworn I had a couple albums from these guys. I'm still moving things around, so you're going to have to forgive me. We're going to go 45 on this, but at least we got a 45 with a picture sleeve. We're talking about the Hollies here with Carrie Ann. Hollies are good stuff, I'm telling you. In my opinion, the Hollies were best all the way up to Graham Nash's departure to go do Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Question 6, which band or singer did you listen to most in 2023? Look, guys, it's still the same thing. It's always going to be the Monkees, okay? And then the Beatles second, and then we go from there. So that one there, this one here, given to me, BCLT from Tim Allen from about a year or so back. Really good stuff. Question 7. Show 7-inch records. Now, I know I already showed you some Monkees already, but I'm going to show you some more stuff too. These first are a couple imports. Actually, yeah. So we've got a German press of the Valerie Tapioca Tundra single from early '68. Alright. As you can see, this is a German RCA press, but they're using the USA Daydream Believer picture sleeve, so go figure. Beautiful, beautiful condition there. Also in another German press, we happen to have Mike Nesmith's Cruisin' from 1979, one of my favorite solo tunes from the Monkey himself, that's right. You did say 7-inch records, but this is going to give me a really good excuse to show you my original Magical History Tour EP. Yes, so, I mean, it's got everything pretty much. It's got all the records. This is an original press. In other words, it's got the same labeling that's used from late '67 to around February, March of '69 on Parlophone. Really cool stuff there. We also have some other variety I thought I'd throw here. How about from 1967, Moby Grape, Hey Grandma. Yes, they released 5 singles off of that album. Yeah, and then Michael Jackson, you know, had what, 7 off of his album? Yeah, this killed that album. I'll tell you that right now, having 5 singles come out at the same time. Oh God. All right, a little bit of Cheech and Chong. How about Sister Mary Elephant? Class, shut up. Yes, I love me some good old Cheech and Chong. Here's a Record Store Day one, live from the AstroTurf. Alice Cooper. Yeah, we're talking, this is Record Store Day from a couple years back, and it even comes with the little bonus postcards. This thing's fun. It's a fun release. How about a little bit of The Cure? My late wife Jessica, she loved this band. End of the World. This here on 45. I'm trying to think what year this is. I'm not sure right off the bat, but she loved her some Cure, that's for sure. And then lastly, as an added bonus, I thought I'd show you a Northern Soul single, one of the first ones that's of a decent dollar value that I happened to trip on. I found this in a Salvation Army in a crate that was underneath a table from Scope Records on Detroit, Michigan. No More Heartaches from Art Posey. Art Posey was a writer for Motown. Yeah, this was the only 45 that he ever did. And in the condition roughly that it's in, it supposedly goes for around $200 to $250. It's okay. It's not great Northern Soul, but it's still fun anyway. So that's your 7/7 right? Right. Question 8. Who's coming to your party? Choose 4 music-related people, past or present. Who would you invite? John Lennon, Keith Moon, Mike Nesmith, and Pete Ham. Yes, so you got 1 Beatle, 1 Monkey, 1 member of The Who, and the genius of Badfinger. That's right. I think it'd be an interesting cocktail dinner discussion. Question 9. We lost him. Choose 1 musician that passed away in 2023. We're going to go back to March of 2023. We are talking about Gary Rossington from Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's right. Here's the front. Here's the back. Now get this. Mine is a true first press. Okay. It is on the Sounds of the South label, which was run by Al Cooper, who also produced this thing. But Gary Rossington, the last original member. Artemis Pyle's still alive. He technically is a member of the classic lineup, but he's not an original member. Alright, question 10. Imagine that you could only listen to music from 1 country. Which would it be? And you know, this was really, really tough, okay? Because I love US stuff and I love UK, alright? But I'm going to go with US. There's just so much stuff, you know, that we've got. I would miss my Beatles and such, don't get me wrong, but I just would love to have US stuff. Now, question 11. Name 3 vinyl community channels that I discovered in 2023. Vinyl Gorilla, Beetle Babe, and Steve Whitty. Yes, that's just some, because I discovered probably about, I'm not kidding you, close to 20 at least. Question 12. Show a record that you bought as a teenager. Now this goes, I'm about 17 years old, I'm not 18 yet, but I ended up seeing these guys a little later on, before they broke up. But from 1985 on Atlantic Records, Holland, that's right. Here's the front, here's the back. Now, these guys were Chicagoland, alright? Atlantic Records was starting to take interest in some of the Chicago area bands again. just like they did with Off-Broadway a few years before that. Your two main people in here, Tom Holland, of course, who he would go on to sing a lot of stuff, and Mike Bascio, aka Michelangelo, who he would end up being a guitar genius, a speed guitarist for Nitro and other projects after that. So Holland from 1985. Show a funk soul record. You know what? This gave me a good excuse. I found this thing many moons ago in an estate sale for 50 cents. I couldn't pass up showing you a nice VJ Betty Everett. That's right. And as you can see, it's the very best of Betty Everett, still with the shrink. You had your little price. Special appearance by Jerry Butler on VJ Records. Isn't she cute? I thought she was cute. Miss Shoop Shoop Song. Question 14. Show a record that everyone has. Oh, we're talking about this one. Staying Illinois. Cheap Trick live at Budokan. Oh, one of the best live records, right? One of the best live records from the 70s. This is what broke them wide open here. Japan loved them. Now here's the thing. I've got 2 copies of this album, but this one I'm holding is an original Japanese epic. Yes, this, if you went to the record store before Epic in America released it, this is what you get. Also, it comes with the nice little booklet too. So, Cheap Trick live at Budokan. Now, you also asked for a record nobody has. So, we're going to show you 2 different ones. So, this one, this one's kind of goofy, alright? But how about some Indian rock out music on Apple Records? Oh, Ravi Shankar. We are talking about here, it says Ravi Shankar, sitar, and Ali Akbar Khan in concert, 1972, with Kala Raka on tabla. And here's your gatefold. Okay, I've never played this, I'm not going to lie. But I found this and the Radha Krishna Temple on Apple, both at a book sale, 50 cents a piece. Couldn't screw that up for the life of me. But here's another thing. In the 60s, there was a lot, even in the 70s too, there was a lot of radio stations that would put out albums. But most of the time it'd be like classics or greatest hits or something like that, right? But here's the thing. Once again, we're going to dig to Chicago here. There was a station at one point or another, a big one. If you listened to AM radio in the 1960s, WLS and WCFL, otherwise known as Super CFL, AM 1000, were your top 2 kings of radio in Chicago, okay? But get this, 55 years ago this week, how about them apples? The blizzard of 67 in Chicagoland. Oh my God, I have seen pictures. I wasn't born yet for this one. But CFL decided to put out a news record. This starts out with the blizzard and goes all the way through the rest of the year. WCFL stood for Chicago Federation of Labor. It was a Teamsters union station originally. Unfortunately, they passed away, or should I say, they flipped from rock to beautiful music in 1976. Kind of sad, right? So that's some examples. Now, question 15, she's great. A record by a female artist that I bought in 2023. Ruby Starr. Ruby Starr and Grey Ghost, okay? Ruby Starr she was around for a long time. Ruby Jones was really what she was. She had an album out on Curtom Records, which is semi hard to get. But then she joined up with Jim Dandy, because Jim Dandy's found her singing in a bar. And she ended up joining Black Oak, Arkansas for a couple of years, from about, I think, 73 to 76-ish, and then she split off and did this. Here's the front, here's the back, but the more fun one, as you said in 2023, this is the one that I found. So in the 80s, she turned it into Gray Star, and it's called Telephone Sex. Yeah, that's right. Telephone Sex, from the early 80s here, all right? So, Ruby Star. All of her stuff is getting released on Cabal Records, which I'm glad for. All right, question 17. Show me a record described as a 90s classic. I'm sorry, I never had very many 90s albums to begin with, and what little I had, I actually gave to friends. I will tell you that I did have Nirvana's Nevermind, and I had Stone Temple Pilots' Core. That's some examples right there. I think they are classics for sure, okay? I still have some 90s 45s, but no albums to show. Question 18. One album cover would I like to have been a part in? Band on the Run, that's right, from McCartney. This is a fun one, indeed. I'll tell you, I would have loved that. Question 19. It's like a greatest hits. Show a familiar record that it feels like it's a greatest hits. How about I tell you the first album from Bad Company? I mean, come on, can't get enough. Rock Steady, Ready for Love, Bad Company, Moving On. A lot of fun here. That's 2/3 of the album is this, all right? Classic stuff. Excuse me. And lastly, you asked to show a record from 1974, 50 years ago. I love these guys. Me and Danny Ambrosi were talking about these guys on Mean Joe Mayo's stream today itself. We're going to go with 1974's Nectar, Down to Earth. Here's the front, here's the back. Signed by at that time the 3 surviving original members. Ron Howden, rest in peace. He passed away too. I guess, you know, could have mentioned that too, I guess. But Down to Earth, the excellent follow-up to Remember the Future. If you've never heard this 70s prog rock band from England, you need to check these guys out. New album may be coming at the end of the year. Yes. So, I hope that satisfied pretty much everybody. I love doing this vinyl tag. Oh, you asked me what was my favorite vinyl video in the VC. I hate to tell you this. I know it's a pat answer. It's all the vinyl tags. I really do love taking a look at all the vinyl tags when I can, even if it's like 100 of them. I will watch them, and that's how I get to introduce to myself new channels, just like people watch mine to introduce to them. Rob, as usual, thanks for doing this. You know what, though? Let me ask you something, sir. Can we shorten it to 10 questions somehow from now on? Because 20 is just a little bit, just asking, you know. I know you'll say fuck off to me, but that's okay. So, until next time, everybody, take care, God bless, rock on, and always powered by coffee each and every time, because that's the mighty Psycho promise. Thanks for listening. Take care.